Hello, welcome to our brand new channel, Land Rover Restorations. My name's Joe. First video that I've ever done. My son Alistair's going to be editing it and uploading it onto YouTube, hopefully for me. The reason we want to do a video is, one, a bit of a reference point for us so we can look back at the project we've been doing, and two, hopefully you'll find it interesting, and three, you might be able to give me some pointers. I'm no expert, this is purely a hobby of mine. So yeah, if anybody's got any ideas, pointers, anything, point us in the right direction or suggest other ways of doing things or anything like that, that'd be really good. So, a bit about me. I've done various different Land Rovers in the past. I've done Series 2A, Series 3s, I've done a Defender before, restorations. I've done a nut and bolt rebuild on a Series 2A galvanised chassis, that was great fun. But I've never documented any of it, and I've never taken many photos, so I thought I might as well start. So I bought myself a camera, which has only just turned up. My son's bought some editing software, and hopefully we can whack it on YouTube and see how we go. Like I say, I'm not an expert. It's purely a hobby. I love Land Rovers. I've always loved Land Rovers since I was old enough to drive. Me and my cousin off playing in the series Land Rovers when we were younger, off across, we've got plenty of byways, green lanes, play days around where we are. So I've always loved Land Rovers. I love driving series Land Rovers. I love the new Land Rovers. I currently own this Land Rover, a Defender, a Discovery 3. So I just generally like Land Rovers, always have. It's been a bit of a passion of mine. So that's me. This is my workshop, which we'll be filming all this in. I've just finished a Series 3 that I sold to a friend of mine who's happily enjoying that now and driving that around, which is an ex-military. That was good fun doing that. But this one we want to do it as a full nut and bolt rebuild, make a real nice job of it hopefully, and I want to keep this because this is the only Series 1 I've ever had. So a bit about this Land Rover. It's a Series 1. 1957 is when it was registered. I think it was actually built in 1955. It went straight to the RAF in 1955. I've been researching all the history recently and speaking to the RAF Museum in London. So it went to the RAF in 1955. They registered it with themselves, had an RAF number plate and all the rest of it. It was blue and grey, I believe, was the colour they had it, and then in 1960 they changed it into an aircraft crash rescue unit. I think that's what they called it. I've got the documentation now to prove that's what it was. So since I've been taking it apart, or started to take it apart, I've noticed that inside the cab is like a bluey colour, and all this paint, well, you'll see when we show you around, you can see the original, they stripped it back and they painted it red. So that's what we want to put it back to, is an aircraft crash rescue unit, which would be great. Hopefully that's what it will be when we're done. So I'll take you for a little guided tour around. You're joining us a little bit late. I've only just got the camera and I couldn't wait to get going on it. I've had the Land Rover about 4 or 5 months, but it's been in the shed. Sorry, it's been parked on the drive. I've literally just got it in the shed the last few days, so I've started taking it apart before we filmed it. But you haven't really missed much. Basically, we've taken the engine out, we've taken the cab apart, and we've taken the wings off. So wings have come off, bonnets come off, engines come out. All the ancillary bits off the dashboard have come out, or off, they're all stored. So right now you join us when we are going to take the tub off. After the tub's off, we're then going to take the axles off, and basically we're going to strip it right down to a bare chassis. So it's just sat there on some axle stands on the chassis, and then we start rebuilding it. A little bit of welding with the chassis, a lot of welding with the bulkhead, as you'll see in a bit. And then yeah, just start putting all the bits back on, and we'll video our progress as we go, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. And like I said, if you've got any pointers, that'd be great. Point us in the right direction. Yeah, so we'll take on a bit of a guided tour now. The bulkhead. You see we've taken everything out now. The seat box was in here, the back of the cab was here, and obviously the cab, roof, windscreen, all gone. Dials all gone, steering wheel all gone. We've taken all that off now. And as you can see, if you look under here, the bulkhead's in quite a bad way. And as you can see from this side, the bulkhead's in quite a bad way. Lucky enough, I have managed to order these panels. So I've got footwells coming, I've got this panel through here coming, and I've got this top panel coming. So basically it'll be a lot of cutting and welding that I will film as we go. So like I say, you haven't really missed anything. All we've been doing at the moment is just unbolting things and taking them off. So as you can see, the chassis is pretty good. Chassis is pretty tidy all the way around. This end anyway, I think the back's not quite so good, but it's okay. So that's the engine there that we took out. But it's the incorrect engine. That is a Rover P60 engine. I believe it's a Rover P60 engine. I've managed to acquire a Series 1 engine, which is over the other side of the workshop. That is going to go in here, but obviously we've got to get all that rebuilt and tidied up. So yeah, if you follow us round, more horrific bulkhead this side. If you look at all this, it's not good, but it's all good, repairable. Again, floor well, floor pans, seat box, we've taken it all out. So the next job that we're just joining us with now is the rear tub. We have to take that off and put that into storage. It's all pretty straight. There are some dodgy bits like these corners where somebody's put filler in and it's not ideal. Obviously they're the incorrect lights, the incorrect corner capping, lots of incorrect bits, but it's how we will get it all back and how it should be. So yeah, all good. What we do now is we do a little bit more work. We might set you up and maybe fast forward it, or just keep coming back to it and joining us at different stages and see how we get on. And hopefully you'll find it interesting. And yeah, see how we go. Most of the bolts won't come undone. They've obviously probably been done up since the 50s, 60s. So we have this multi-size spanner that undoes them all. Unfortunately, we have to cut them off. If we tried to undo them, they'd snap anyway. So get them cut off. I'm hopefully going to buy some correct bolts for it and replace them. Okay. So yeah, I think the rear tub's all unbolted now. This is the incorrect tailgate that was on here. It was a Series 2 tailgate. So now we're going to try and get this outside into storage, ready for when we need to. Get it back in, get it all cleaned up, get it all done. So yeah, let's see what we can do. the tub off. That was heavy, but we've got the tub off now. It's around there in storage. Well, it's actually outside, but it'll be okay. When we're ready to bring it back in, we can have it outside and put it on some trestles and panel beat it and wire brush it and sort it out. So yeah, we're just going to a little glance at the chassis. Actually, looks good. Pretty good all round. But what is strange, well not strange anymore with this chassis, is you've got this blue colour here. But I have, like I say, since found out that the RAF had it as a blue and grey vehicle, so that's why this bit's blue. You can see this bit's blue, yeah, you see it's all blue, but like I say, we're going to put it back as a black chassis. So the next job is to get the exhaust pipe off, get it up on some axle stands. I'm going to leave the bulkhead on for a bit, because I think it'd be easier to weld it and make sure it keeps this, well, a lot of it on. It will come off when we're doing some more welding, but for now we're going to leave it on. So get the gearbox out, axles off. Yeah, and we're almost where we want to be. Almost down to a bare chassis, but yeah, see how we get on. Okay, cool. So like I say, tub's off, all good. What we're going to do now is exhaust pipe off, axles off. Yeah, cool. Catch up next time. Cheers.